Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
Check this out, my friends. Check this out. According to WIPO, WIPO.int, the top skill sets needed for 2025, you got a little time to prepare. We want to make sure you're prepared on this show, is analytical thinking and innovation. Did you know that? Let me say this right. This is effective communication. Analytical thinking and innovation is the number one needed skill set in 2025. Wow. Put that in perspective for a moment, my friends. As you think about that, are you open-minded to analytical thinking and innovation? Are you there? Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to expand and go where nobody's gone before? So how open-minded are you? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever asked yourself, look in the mirror and say, how open-minded am I? Are you willing to explore, ask questions, and see things from a different perspective? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to be diplomatic with people? Are you willing to explore in conversations and thoughts and not be stuck? And so many people get stuck in their own ego. They get stuck, they get defensive. They claim that what they know is the only thing that anybody needs to know because that's all they know. And when I say it like that, you say, well, that's kind of ridiculous, Phil, because there's so many different views in the world. There's so many different thoughts in the world. There's so many different experiences in the world, and you can't know the answer for everyone all the time. And yet, all day long, you and I run into people who seem to think they got it all figured out. And they want to point out what other people are doing wrong. And they want to point out that their thoughts are right and that other people must be wrong in order for their thoughts to be right. Well, when you think about that, is that really analytical thinking? Is that really innovation? If the best we can do is to tell other people they're wrong to make our case, is our case really that strong? So in communication, Dale Carnegie found that you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. And yet all day long, we see people out there pushing their ideas, telling other people, you're wrong, I know this to be true based upon my experience, and if you don't agree with me, you're wrong, you're a bad person. Really? Who are you really trying to influence? Are you really trying to influence the masses to gather around you and buy into what you're saying? To buy into your hurt, your pain, your anger? Is that what you want them to buy into? Because be careful what you ask for in this world, you might just get it. So on effective communication here, we're always looking at how to become more effective to get people to buy in, to want to go with us rather than against us. Your challenge is to appeal the nobler motive, to look to the greater idea, to become interested in other people and talk about things that they're interested in, and to be open-minded and willing to explore. And think about it, when you're open-minded, willing to explore and create happiness for others and explore that with other people, aren't you being innovative? Because you're willing to go beyond what you know and seek the diplomacy of understanding other people's perspectives, other people's experiences. Because all of us have had different experiences. You've had different experiences than me. You grew up in a different place, maybe at a different time within and how long we've been on this planet Earth and what you've experienced. Your culture may be different than mine. Do we embrace that? Do we look at that and say, well, that's really cool? How can we leverage what you know with what I know to come up with something even better? Oftentimes we think about it and you hear people make a lot of reference to Dr. Martin Luther King. And he had a dream, right? But he was willing to dream and see the biggest picture rather than get caught up in the small picture. And it took him time in life to evolve those thoughts to that level, to be inclusive of everyone, and challenge us all to be the same. So are your thoughts inclusive? Do your thoughts bring people together? Or are they just saying somebody else is wrong? Because if they are, then your thoughts aren't innovative. They're born out of anger and hatred and fear and insecurity. And our challenge is to go beyond that, to think innovatively and say, how do we help everyone? How do we get everybody involved? How do we become inclusive in our culture, in our work, in our organizations, in our family, in our life? and go beyond what we know to be true and be willing to ask the questions. Now, if you're willing to do this, you're going to find that you're going to have more influence in the world. You're going to have more support in the world. You're going to have more people that want to hang out with you because you're not telling them they're wrong. You're allowing them to be right and add to and bring their gifts to the table where all of us will prosper. So my challenge for you, friends, be open-minded to innovation. Be ready for 2025. Use those analytical thinking skills, and let's take this world to a better level. You got this. Now go make it happen.